Yo.
Danganronpa.
Yo. I think I'm fine. There's so many skills though. Okay, so this trial is kind of fucked.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of if I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go! Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu!
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
Hi,
I'm here
Heartworm.
today
It's been a while
because
since you've been on
Coach
stream.
Nekomaru risked his life to protect me. I'm gonna be the
But,
one who avenges him.
Yeah, what's
I'll
up,
definitely
Heartworm?
find out who the killer is.
We're playing
I'm definitely
Danganronpa.
not tempted by curry. Got
One
it?
of my favorite games ever now,
Akane.
pretty much.
You seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident? We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m. I headed over to Grape Tower from Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
True.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning? Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Shut up.
Imbecile! I am
Shut
not
up,
some woman
Kazuichi.
with flexible legs.
Wow, Sonia.
Of course you're not.
So much
You're
sex.
much classier than that.
So much. Hi,
With
Taco.
legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House.
Yeah, holidays
tower
over now.
together.
Kids are going back to school already. Already?
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
Taco, just watch my
body
stream
discovery
with the
announcement was made soon after.
earbuds in.
Akane heard that and rushed over.
Dude, we're not even gonna be
We heard the
close to
body
over
discovery
30
announcement
minutes.
too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall.
Yeah.
But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Dude, this trial's
Forget
so
these
fucked.
foreign intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
I agree with the Kane.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way it could have been anyone but us.
There's no way a
I mean,
chick
but
would kill
someone
someone
from-
so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House
I mean,
dudes.
her reasoning is out of whack, but thinking logically, it's most definitely someone from Strawberry House.
One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
You're the cruelest one here!
Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously. We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
Oh,
The
Mikan's
incident
cross is a
notwithstanding,
freaking
I also have many questions.
medical cross.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon.
Huh?
Well, the weapon is obvious, right?
Huh?
What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You could totally tell just by looking.
It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. The only thing at the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably the hammer. Wait, why are we doing a non-stop debate? This is just a simple freaking choose your thing. New looking hammer. Oh my god, I wish I freaking had Terra's ability.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
Okay.
I guess we should figure out
The weapon was right there.
That pillar.
No, the hammer! The killer used that and beat the crap out of him.
Huh?
Damn it!
Hang on.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
Uh-oh.
Damn it!
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
If
What's
it
the
was unexpected, I suppose
contradiction?
that is possible.
What's the
That's
bullet I
right.
need?
It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer!
Uh,
The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating.
I don't know. No.
Damn it!
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that and beat the crap out of him.
Okay,
No, that's wrong.
I had it wrong the whole time. I'm stupid. My brain's not working right
No,
now. I don't feel
I
good.
can't accept that that hammer was the murder weapon.
My eyes are like, they hurt.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
It's part of the murder weapon.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
No.
Why?
There's nowhere to dispose of it.
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Shut up.
Baby gangster? Me?
Just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys.
Thanks.
I thought maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
It seems that was a waste of time.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
It appears that it was the pillar
That's
that
the
crushed his
problem.
head.
There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
True.
I see.
The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon! Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar!
It fell on top of him.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
I like it when Gundam talks like a normal person.
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
True.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid! He ain't the type to commit suicide!
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
What the heck?
It does bother me a little. That word suicide. By the way, a fourth murder is the killing, so life was apparently ruled as suicide. That wouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru would commit suicide.
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
Yes, for reals.
I see. So my gut was right after all. All right, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
Are we playing as Sonia? Tipped over pillar, probably. Pillar fragments.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over. Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is
Think pillar
beyond a dream.
fragments.
What about tipping the pillar over?
Oh,
No,
okay.
that's wrong!
Alright.
If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Huh? Fragments?
Oh yeah, the fragments were below his
The
body,
pillar
weren't
fragments
they?
were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too. But it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
It's entirely possible that they
How
could
much
have wiped
longer are
the
you gonna
fragments
focus on
off
the
and moved
pillar?
his body.
Just let it go already.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
Akane's instincts are pretty good.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we?
True.
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
I haven't.
true?
That's true. I have not
Then I
noticed
shall
it.
ask you, what way is that?
Hitting the
You
pillar with the
guys,
hammer?
Same as usual. You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
What did you say?
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Is Nagito the
Hey, Nagito.
antagonist?
What the hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Hi, Mono.
Huh? What do you mean?
What's up, Mono?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
The hammer? The wire?
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Ultimate weapon?
True?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
All I can see is bald
So,
Nagito.
Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Hang on. Nagito? Did you just say Nagito?
Fingers in his ass.
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon. I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
True?
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
I see.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this. Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
You
Yes.
still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't
Dude,
you?
Nagito's bad.
Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse.
Yes.
Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower.
Who's the main character in this
It
game?
is undeniable
Hajime.
that such a sweet
Well-
building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
We have 2 main characters, really. We have Hajime and Nagito. These are the 2 main characters, pretty much. And also, like, Chiaki. She's also kind of main character.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Faux show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
The two houses that are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too, but they are connected, just not in the way we think they are. I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. Tipped over pillar for user's account, wall clock, broken doorknob. Broken doorknob. Or a strange feeling in tower.
Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
They're still the same building. It's just, it's a strange feeling. Because when we went into Strawberry Tower, the crime scene,
same place.
the crime scene was the same.
No,
it
that's
just
wrong.
flipped.
Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
Yes, the tower. I think the tower moves.
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
The tower moves. The tower turns. It spins when the elevator spins, I think.
Probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or
That,
something.
I think Kazuichi's right.
Then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Yes.
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Bow down.
Oh, Sonia.
Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
While we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower,
No, not
we
that.
should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it. While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
I'm so glad we get to do a rebuttal against Sonia. We haven't done one against
But
her.
Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
Okay, so the biggest, it's the oil, because the oil couldn't have been moved because it's freaking liquid.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
She's overcoming my arguments with great confidence. I need to counter her remarks and wait for an opportunity
There
to
are
refute
many
her.
different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled, and Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Do I have to get pushed? She's overcoming my arguments with great confidence. I need to counter her remarks and wait for an opportunity to refute her.
There are many different
Oh,
ways.
this is...
The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by... I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Bro!
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece.
Oh, I have.
I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
I have a certain amount of cuts. I have to cut through that specific.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been, and Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
There we go.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear.
Oh, oops.
Crap!
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene.
Allow me
There
to
we go.
cut through those words.
I used it on the wrong one, but
Moving the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor.
dude, I'm sweating. Maybe I am sick.
Huh?
When the position of Nekomaru's
What's
body
happening
and
with
pillar
this minigame?
changed, the oil surrounding his body.
Okay,
moved
so
too.
you know the infinite, you know the non-stop debates from the first game and also this game. It's like that, except it's one-on-one. It's a one-on-one debate,
Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible.
and
no
it's
matter how you
actually
look.
pretty cool.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
Same.
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
We can't be certain of that either.
No, they are
Not
the
when
same building.
experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
No idea, huh?
This mystery ties into the secret of the funhouse. We don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. The one person who has those clues.
Hey, Nagito.
Nagito.
I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up.
Uh-oh.
Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Determine? Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Something happened to him?
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
True. The life-threatening game.
I see!
You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself.
Was
From
it to
that
the
window,
outside?
I saw some very strange scenery.
Or was it to Grape House?
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you.
Show.
At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
You took a picture?
Yep.
Okay.
See? This is it.
Show us. Oh.
Let me explain it to you again. I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird?
Yeah.
If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking,
Why is the smile
then there's
creepy?
lots
Who
of
killed
things
our
that
robo
don't make
friend?
sense in this picture, right?
Yeah, the grape house should be on the other side, clearly visible.
Then let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
What doesn't make sense in this picture? Right here. that one was incredibly obvious.
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower.
Okay,
in
so
the
my
middle,
theory is so far proven to be correct.
which means if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it.
Grape house is
But
to
in
the
this
south.
photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
It's on the other side of that wall.
And is that it?
Like I said, there's lots of things that don't make sense in this photo, which means there are other contradictions aimed in on it. The frickin' forest.
Here! You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, and we're above the clouds. The clowns.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken
Thinking
from the first floor.
time.
The angles suggest it was taken from
Dude,
higher up.
I got V3. I got V3, so I'm probably gonna play this after I play this one. Not tonight, obviously. I want to beat this game first, but you know.
That's right. Good call. In summary,
I still don't have Ultra
this
Despair
is
Girls
the
though.
truth contained in this photo.
Yeah, Nagito's like the
Floor of Strawberry
antagonist.
House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me. If you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this. It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student.
Bro, Nagito, shut up.
Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
The other clue? You talking about that one time? Nagito's sudden appearance. Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up. You showed up? How'd you even come here? What is the symbol of
You're
hope
referring to when
thing?
you suddenly
All of
appeared on the
us.
second floor of Grape House, right?
It was a disappointment earlier in this chapter when we learned that we couldn't
I'm
remember our
asking you
talent
just
because
to
we
be
don't have
safe.
one.
At the
Yeah,
time, where do you think I came from?
it's pretty funny.
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realize
It's very fitting for us playing as
Top floor. So
Hajime.
the third floor?
But the Monokuma Archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
Wait, what was that thing just now? Another hint? Hang on. I got distracted by chat. How'd you come here? Maybe I teleported. You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right? Didn't you just be safe at that time? Where do you think it came from? The top floor, right? Such sharp eyes, so you realized it already. Top floor. So the third floor? The Monochrome archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House. What does it mean? The reason Nagito appeared from the third floor. In the photo you took, I might be able to find the answer if I just think about it. Logic dive! Logic dive! Yes! I love logic dive! This is such a good minigame. Why wasn't this in the first trial? Like, why'd they introduce it in the second trial? Oh, I thought we got the question already. Do Strawberry House and Grape House, they do both exist. They definitely exist. We were inside of them. Wow! Bro, I got gypped. Give me another question. Are Strawberry House and Grape House the same building or two different buildings? They are the same building. Ah. Yeah, this is freaking Run from Cool Math Games. How are Strawberry House and Grape House positioned next to each other? Horizontally. Right? Horizontally? Ah, crap. Oh, yeah. That doesn't make sense. They should be at a 90-degree angle, right? From each other.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together.
Got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go?
On the other
There
side.
was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House.
True.
Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
What?
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
Strawberry House is above Grape House.
I see!
On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle.
So whenever we use the elevator to enter Strawberry Tower, it's
This means the first floor of Strawberry House
on
is
the
also
fourth
the
floor?
above Grape House.
It's kind of lame,
Oh,
honestly.
snap. I never
It's kinda
expected
lame.
that the two houses were connected vertically.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes.
Hey, Heartworm.
A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them. And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, We fully believe the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
Wow.
You've just been Kuma'd! Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Yeah.
It's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
But where are we on the island?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House. Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Okay, so the floor is also on an elevator in
Do whatever you like.
the towers.
I'll definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me. I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
But there are no spare parts anywhere.
No fair, you totally stole my spotlight.
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up, just pick one of them.
No.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
What's Monokuma file for? There's robotic transformation. His body was discovered in Grape Tower, and she's inside the funhouse. So from that, many of his other functions have shut down. I don't know. I think the contradiction's obviously
One
the
of the
dummy.
bodies in one of the towers
But what's the truth bullet?
was actually a dummy.
Probably a
You mean
strange
a fake
feeling.
body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a...
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair, you totally stole my
Dude,
spotlight.
Sonya has a crush on
So
Gundam.
which one was...
Shut up, just pick one of them. I'm gonna solve this mystery in a...
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
There we go.
That's wrong.
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Huh? Me?
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said, right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
The whole tower's on an elevator.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke. You are joking, right?
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer. If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall. It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
I'm even more disappointed.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
The tower's an elevator.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't
Tower's an
think of a
elevator.
device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
Freaking elevator. Better be elevator. Elevator. Okay. Oops. T. I did it.
I got it! You must be talking about an elevator.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
It's the entire tower itself.
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you
Weird.
enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall,
Yeah.
it all leads to the same
That's
room.
why
right?
there's two different doors. That's why there's two different locked doors.
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
That means the door that was
Now that
locked
you
is a
mention
fake
it,
door.
Sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I thought
I
it was
see.
spinning on
You
an
were
axis
basically waiting
though.
for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower?
It's probably just to simply fool you.
And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
So he was
There are
killed
too many strange
in
things.
Grape Tower.
Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
The body.
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
It was on the floor. They were on the floor. The includes the body, the pill, and the oil. We've been talking about that stuff for a while. There shouldn't be anything strange about them. Not even the fact that they all move with the elevator.
I see! Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
And?
And?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
There's no ceiling. It's an enormous circle. Only the floor moves. Look. No. No, there's two-sided elevators.
Damn it!
Those exist. There's literally one at the MoMA in Dallas.
I see!
Okay, that was too obvious.
So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was.
Well, yeah, why would the whole room be an elevator?
That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design.
We should go to the MoMA in Dallas? Yes.
And on the fourth floor, which
Post-COVID.
was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Dallas is far.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
They probably do actually lead outside.
Just for show. Why
But
was
they're,
something like that necessary?
Super locked.
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious.
It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Did you hear that, mon ami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
There's
what?
no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
By
Something's
the way,
happening?
what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Huh? Yeah,
The killer
Nagito
destroyed the
knew.
Strawberry Hall
Nagito
button,
knew.
so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building.
It's big if true.
The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
It would have been a major inconvenience.
You're back,
After
Taco?
all,
Yeah, it's been a
this
while
funhouse is strongly
already.
connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
It just simply goes up and down, right?
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator.
Well, Monokuma said the elevator's on a rail, isn't it?
Exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
Monokuma said that the elevator's on a rail, so it could simply just wrap around the building. What is Fuyuhiko's account? What is Akane's account? What is Fuyuhiko's account?
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you,
Wait, yeah, it does wrap around the
towers are in
building.
opposite directions.
Because when Kazuichi was like,
Which means
the
your
compass turned
reasoning-
around 180 degrees.
It's clearly contradictory.
Hang on, I
What's
wanna.
with this iron curtain of teamwork?
Hang on, I wanna read this.
If the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning...
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
Yeah, okay, I know where it is.
If the two houses are
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
No, that's wrong.
There's an elevator.
The elevator wasn't just moving vertically.
Why is everyone asking me what this is? I've been
Isn't that
streaming
right,
this for like the
Kazuichi?
past week.
Huh? Me?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
Yeah.
Ah, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, Somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Dude, I wish Kazuichi was
Rotated
more useful.
180 degrees?
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees. It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side. Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know. And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with. I'm different from these lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you
A
know?
gun.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now. As long as you know what an Octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily. I see!
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides.
Yeah, yep, an octagon.
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable. I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
Crap! Crap!
I actually don't know where it would be.
Here!
What? What?
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Why is that place the Octagon?
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house? If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
That's basically the gist of it.
Oh, so it wasn't actually an
The
octagon.
true identity of the Octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the Octagon.
Learned?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse. Which means the killer used the building structure as their
Okay.
weapon and killed Nekomaru. Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery. And then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
What a game. What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? Because knowledge is power. Now, who is the killer who did that? We haven't gotten anywhere with that. Oh, we're at the intermission. Okay.
Hiya!
I thought of a new bad word to call Monomi. I can already tell I won't be pleased by this. Let me say it right away. Stuffatly? Stuffatly. What? Stupid, fat, and ugly. Okay.
Okay, everyone, all together now. Monami is a serious Stuffatly.
Okay. Good job, Monokuma. Monobuma.
Hello. I hope your day is well. I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. Ugh, my heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw! Ah, but be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Mekomaru's murderer?
True.
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way
I think
I'd
this
lie
is
at such an important
we'll
moment.
find them slipping
I
up
don't
in a
wanna die
debate or
either.
something.
What happened to the bastard who
Kind
kept
of
saying how
case.
much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Akane! You were drooling waterfalls?
As usual, I can't tell what he's singing. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
his cause of death was being beheaded and being bludgeoned. Ah, maybe he fell.
I see.
Oh, how would he get the door
That's
open
it.
though?
I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
That makes sense.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible
In the strawberry
with the
house.
tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
True.
Did you forget how the
but
elevator functions?
yeah, how would he get the
When
door
it's
open?
on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
All right. Strange feeling. Contact elevator.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has a sensor?
Oh,
As long as there's a moving object inside,
his goodnight button.
the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That
This
must
is
be
a
the
really
threshold of
funny
that
game.
elevator.
I recommend playing it. It's a visual novel though, and it's like 50 hours, and it's mostly reading. So
When the
I know-
elevator
I
is
know
on the
what
1st
happens.
You can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim.
Then, how about this? After locking they moved the elevator and made use of the drop.
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside,
No, that's wrong! That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
true.
Could it be his sleep mode?
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode.
How did he get pressed though?
If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
Imagine playing to read.
I see. So that's how...
However,
Read
even
to
if they
solve the
moved
mysteries.
elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
You like
That's
buying
what I
books.
was about to explain.
This
before
literally is like a
Kazuichi
book,
interrupted me.
Silence, pest!
but it's interactable.
now you're calling me a pest?
A way to create the drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru is still inside of it. That's what I don't know. Tipped over pillar?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence, pest!
Don't be so cold. What if I start to enjoy it?
Nekomaru's inside the elevator. Oh, he was tied up, wasn't he? They could have hung him from the
If you
top.
arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That
He was hung
arrangement
up.
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
I agree with that. Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob...
And then he fell, broke the doorknob.
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
That's right. He was suspended in midair.
Huh?
The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower. And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
You better not finish that sentence.
Oh boy. We all know what that's referring
The
to.
killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy. So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that.
Why?
If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
Kazuichi, we haven't gotten a rebuttal with Kazuichi either.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Ah.
Crap!
What? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Allow me to cut through those words! What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why,
You'd struggle.
if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
I mean, they're like in the middle, but sure.
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
Yeah, it broke.
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
Killer didn't expect the door to come off. The reason that even happened was because I shall use my full power. Ooh. Oh, he was trying to open the door before. So he weakened it, I guess. And that's the clue Nekomaru left for us to find.
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig. Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
I don't like
No,
this.
I believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy, he gets off on this.
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
He fell headfirst onto the pillar. Cola came out of his eyes.
I see!
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m., and if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know!
It was probably the other clocks. It probably doesn't have to be his clock that wakes him up, right? It's definitely the wall clock. Wait, what's the alarm timer though? Okay, it's not that one then. It's the wall clock.
Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death from the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Oh.
Damn it!
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death from the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
That's gotta be it!
I got an achievement. No, they can't mess with his chest. Okay, that's what the contradiction is.
Before 7 a.m., I am.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that.
His time of death from the time. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
No, that's wrong!
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
No.
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
Most likely.
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
It's time-related contradiction. I don't think I should doubt testimonies. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but... Logic dive? Logic dive. I love logic dive. This is literally run. Which building's clock was tampered with? Buildings clocks. You can't tamper with the freaking Nekomaru clock. Oh shit. Which house is the wrong time? Probably both houses. I think maybe both houses had the wrong time, right? Am I not paying attention? Yeah.
It's all coming together. You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yes.
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
That makes sense.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
That's the main problem. Yeah, we don't know that, do we? Oh, we probably woke up later then, didn't we?
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
Akane's a cow, probably,
If only I
right?
heard the sound when he fell. It would have been a great clue.
Akane did.
Or his scream.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
I agree
There's
with
no
that.
point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
If the time in the building was all, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio.
The time of death was clearly 7:30.
The problem is, what time in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that
I like
down?
how Akane's like angry.
If
I love.
only I heard the sound when he fell.
I agree with that. That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Yeah.
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
It's probably because of the deluxe
If we
room
use
she
that
was in,
rumbling
right?
sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane!
That rumbling sound we heard was at 5:30 a.m. Like the answer how much our time was off was literally right in front of me.
I see!
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they can lure out just Nekomaru. If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right?
Yeah?
From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
So the only killer can be the only person other than Nagito that beat the game.
I see!
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
Very clever.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
But the question is, how do you turn
When
off his
I witnessed
button?
Nekomaru early in the morning.
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early. He didn't even ask you yet.
Jeez, how outrageous. I honestly didn't expect everyone to dish Monokuma Tai Chi. Oh. The answer was right in front of us the whole
When you
time.
said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez! That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot, or something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad!
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it! It's incorrect!
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
I remember now. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Nagito?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
It's one of the Strawberry Boys. Who doesn't have an alibi? It's one of the boys. Never came in. Nagito.
You're the only one! The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something!
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
You're definitely fucking lying.
It's because the deluxe rooms
that
are.
is also true for me. It
The
is
deluxe
obvious
rooms are
that I did not
soundproof.
hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too. I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it, but... It wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Deluxe rooms. Really? DELUXEROOMS. Okay. There we go.
I got it!
I did it.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in deluxe rooms,
I
right?
did it. Oh man, I dropped frames. Not a lot though.
If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
Guest rooms are divided by quality grade. Deluxe room is soundproof and has excellent air insulation.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise.
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent?
Shut up.
Now then, you guys must understand
He's such a
by now,
fucking
right?
dickhead.
The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Oh, hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Yeah, I don't know how does that.
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
Yeah, they would be awake, wouldn't they? And out of the room? I can only think of one person.
You're the only one! Gundam, there's something I want to ask you. When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
But from where?
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
Oh, wasn't he in a deluxe room?
You were also staying in a deluxe room, right?
Oh, yeah, I didn't even realize. I forgot he was in a deluxe
Nagito
room.
was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Huh? Now that you mention it...
Gundam?
There is only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko. Me? After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Mekamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
How did he turn sleep mode
In order
on?
to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were
Rip.
supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room.
Just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
Because I was in the lounge.
So the killer couldn't go
Fuyuhiko
back
fucked
to their
everything
room
up.
and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
So if Gundam had a crappy room, he probably could have gotten away with it.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but... How ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
10.
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Is that your argument?
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence. At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway.
I wonder what his cross is gonna be.
Why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing,
It's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers. Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it?
He discovered something.
At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
Ah, you said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Is it time for PTA?
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side.
Nope, we know
If
this.
So, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
if the elevator was broken at Grape House, you wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
It's wrong. Something's obviously wrong. That's when a contradiction is born. Yeah, we already know this contradiction. Wait, what? Oh, man.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
So it's not the only means. That's the contradiction
Plus,
right
the
there. That's what I
elevator
gotta.
was-
That's what I gotta blow up.
Broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
I got it.
That elevator, the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken,
Oh,
your
oops.
assumption
I gotta go all the way around
The
again.
broken at Grape House.
if the killer cannot,
since I was at there's no question that the
It would have been different.
Or if there was a
How much longer do you plan? Why don't we stop this already?
Why don't we stop this already?
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses.
No, that's wrong!
First try, baby.
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist!
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Nagito. Again.
You're the only one! Nagito, you should know.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right? There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show off.
He's not
you're
reserve
right.
course.
There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down... Surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning, the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
He said it.
However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
There's no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
What did you say? Don't make me angry! You wouldn't like me when I'm angry! Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities? Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
There we go.
I already proved a secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blood...
Allow me to cut through those words! The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body. The hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of is the Octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
True.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
It seems this is the end. Normally we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case.
No.
But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act, so I'm going to end this right now.
Hey, what do you...
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to
Is he
lure
really
only
doing this?
Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Probably
Their
just
plan
not
was a
kill him.
balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And, without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay? Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru, so by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
But how would he do that?
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
I mean, it's true. Akane doesn't understand anything.
Appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
What do you intend to do?
He's gonna
It's
come.
obvious. I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions.
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Just as I thought, truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument, it was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
How am I still sick? I'm not still sick.
For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither!
I need more ammo.
Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! For the Tanaka Empire! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind him so easily?
Oops.
You weakling! This pressure. Show me the cadaver! Amen! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire!
I misread that.
Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind?
This is the end!
Can't you think I could already then change your title before?
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should
I'm not
have been
sick.
able
I
to press
just
the button on the
I'm.
back of his neck.
It's one of those days, you know what I mean? I don't feel sick. I feel sick. You know what I
You
mean?
have the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
Oh?
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Of course, that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for.
Yeah, I
Gundam.
have brain aids.
In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
True. Man, I am worth it. Jake, if I'm worth it, can you please plug my channel to everyone in the world on your Instagram? Thank you. Plug my channel.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right?
Yeah. Strawberry House.
Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Mekamaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
Gundam.
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell.
Or
Fine!
Gundam.
Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road. Pull the curtain strings
We already did
of
your
this
panic talk
worthless
action.
performance with your own two hands.
Finish the thing. Why is this one blue? Doorknob, huge hammer, Nekomaru wakes up. Alarm set for 5:30. It's 2:40 a.m. right now. Who is in the lounge since early morning? Man, even his hamsters have the gray guy. Wait, what? He had the chain around him? He'll destroyed what after leaving the tower? Who gathered at the lounge? This one's a fake. Hiko can't sleep. Aww. Let's see, I woke up at... Ouch, I take a chunk of damage. There we go. Messing. No. Okay. Hamster here.
Here's everything that happened in
go.
this case. Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime. First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House Lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason.
Tai Chi.
There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Tai Chi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there.
The hamsters.
With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck. This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building's structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret Octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending. And Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire.
Huh.
The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful. And placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30.
I like how it shows
Actually,
everyone
7:30.
malnourished and hungry.
To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob. But because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko.
Thanks, Fuyuhiko.
The killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
Isn't that right?
That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
Why does he look like that?
Splendid. That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe.
Yeah, Gundam's supposed to be a nice
killed
boy.
Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
Monokuma's supposed to say that. We did it. We did it. Got an A.
This result isn't all that exciting.
Yeah, Gundam's my favorite
Now
character.
then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever! Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part!
And it's funny. Man, he's my favorite character. Why do you have to be the murderer? Why couldn't it have been Kazuichi? It'd be hard if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results, you guys were correct once again. Getting 4 in a row without any mistakes is a splendid achievement. That's right, the one who killed the robotic Nekomaru in the Amazing Funhouse. Was Gundam Tanaka.
Nice!
Yeah, I said all that without biting my tongue.
Now then.
Now we've decided who the killer is. Let's do the execution already and get this over with. It's true that this class trial is finished. Oh no, I'm dropping more frames as I check it. Come on. We can't finish it until we hear it from Gundam.
Jeez.
No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. Well, I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like.
Fall, my tears.
Why do you want to talk to the one who is lost? The loser merely leaves. It would just be unnecessary for me to say something.
Listen well.
Is what I would like to say, but for honor's sake, I shall correct one thing. Correct?
How pitiful.
You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake.
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight, that is no mistake. Because he fought, he lost. He died.
Damn it!
Lost and died?
This, too, must be the will of causality.
If he was just trying to cling to life, there are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that.
You.
What do you mean? Explain. Fine then, and I shall reveal it all.
Let's make history.
In the final dead room, I discovered the secret of the funhouse, and I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower. And this is what happened. He's so cool. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent and instantly understood the situation. We had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away or even called for help, but he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose a fight that risked life and death.
That is...
Let me tell you this.
He was serious, too. He gave it his all to try and kill me.
Huh?
If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been much more complicated. You would never know why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
I can see it!
Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
This scourging, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great line.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I need not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
Wow.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back. Don't waste your breath on cowardly
Shouldn't he be
tactics.
hungry?
Give me everything you got.
Nekomaru Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
That is...
Why did you fight? We are all friends. Why can't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed it was still wrong. I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you.
Let me tell you this.
However, I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about that. That is abandonment, a mere feeling of resignation. Are you telling us to just wait till we starve to death? I'd rather have that happen to us than have our friends kill each other. Do you mean that you'd rather die?
Fall, my tears.
Ever since we were locked inside that building, everyone has been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
If you flinch, you will die!
Giving up on life. That is just an insult to life itself.
Let me ask.
Have you fools heard the term of dog eat dog? Cannibalism?
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their life span engage in cannibalism.
Listen well.
This is what it means to live. You say killing for the sake of living is evil. Then what would you call giving up on life itself?
I shall engulf this world.
If a world would consider that justice, then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy towards life.
I renounce you!
It is a violation of the natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity.
You.
Are you saying all that to just try and justify what you did?
But
But it sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right?
Damn it.
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth.
Fall, my tears.
But even so, don't you think it's a better alternative to slowly starving to death here?
Oh,
That belief is why you committed your crime.
you...
What about the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I only did it once, but compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was mere child's play.
Well,
After listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that, well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you? I can't believe you would ask such a foolish question.
My name is Gundam Tanaka!
Just who do you think I am? I am Gundam Tanaka, history's greatest monster. My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools.
Like dust in the wind.
Not in a million, not in a billion, not in 110,000 billion years. Okay. In the name of Pandemonium, it is impossible. Is that it? Then I'll just leave it at that. Let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started.
Yes, indeed.
Please wait!
This is just too much.
I beg of you!
Please help Gundam.
Huh?
I beg of you!
She loves Gundam.
How pitiful.
An act as unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death does not befit a noble such as yourself. Gundam! It's fine to start for reals, right?
Fine.
Yes, I do not mind. However...
What is it, my 4 dark devas of destruction? Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared 4 dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor.
Bro, Gundam's like the nicest dude ever, even if he fucking is the murderer. He did it for us.
I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
You can tell that's not how he really feels, though. Like, it's pretty obvious. Oh boy, I sure hope this scary character breaks the... Well, let's just watch this. Gundam Tanaka Stampede. This is so sad. Bro, he knows magic? He wasn't just fucking with us? Nah, he was goofing. Dude, this is so sad. Like, it's so sad. And his hamsters are just, like, still here. Gundam! What happens to his hamsters, though? Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still linger deep in our chests. Don't give up on life. Did I misunderstand what he meant? Then what is the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that. We're at 7 more.
Damn it.
I'm so pissed off, I need to throw something.
Damn it!
You're full of shit, every last one of you. The biggest piece of shit is me.
Worst.
Why am I so weak?
Oh.
It's such a downer, really. But still, even though we feel this way, we gotta do our very best.
You are right.
This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends.
You are right.
If not, Gundam will most likely crawl his way out of hell and presume I will be very cross. I presume he will be very cross with us. You're right. You're right. We shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who have died, we need to finish this once and for all. Don't just stand there. Well, stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that.
Hey! Hey!
Wait!
How much longer are you going to keep doing this?
Now then.
Now then.
Hey, hey!
That mood shift is too damn
Not
fast.
like that.
Well, you know, it's like Gundam and Nekomaru said. That's what it means to live, right? Oh, and she's crying.
Huh.
She's certainly something else. But seriously, I'm
Hey,
starving.
hey.
And then after we're full, let's sleep as much as we want.
Right?
Let's do our best again. Nagito? Yep, I'm definitely lucky. Never expected to gain so many valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy. For everyone else, too. But it's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that I was lying. There's no way the file had just Hajime's information.
Well,
I guess they were too busy with other matters, or maybe they've reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would get complicated if they found out. Sigh. Anyway, I can't forgive
Damn
this. This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. Why
it's obvious.
is Nagito alone?
Monokuma appears!
Now then.
Thanks for coming.
What's this?
Why is the lonely little Nagito? Are you alone tonight too?
What's the matter?
I see, so you can tell.
Hmm?
Perhaps you found out who the traitor is? You know me well.
Well.
That's what I like to say, but unfortunately I haven't learned that yet. Final showdown, huh?
Hey.
I summon you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead room. There is information about 16 people in the file I received. But isn't that weird?
Say what?
You don't even know?
Well, there's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding among us, right? Including that person. The total number of students would be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But this file contains documents that were created at Hope's Peak Academy, right?
Of course.
But...
If this file even contains information about the traitor, was that person also a former student of Hope's Peak Academy?
Who knows?
I wonder...
Hey.
Could it be? Is this your doing? Did you slip false information into the file? You trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information? What's wrong with that? If it's my job to heat things up, it's okay if I do something small like that, right?
Well...
That's not my point.
Right?
My point is, you already know who the traitor is. What's wrong with that?
You're getting all riled up!
Even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Monami after losing her magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me. Their existence means nothing, huh?
No, no!
Well, that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different.
Huh?
Cooperation?
Hey.
Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, right?
Yep.
Right?
Huh.
No, no, no! Unbelievable.
Well...
Heartworm with the glizzy. Besides, I just wouldn't be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betray me later on.
You're right.
No matter what situation I find myself in, my core of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, stepblooders such as myself with despair exists. You're right. You're a true believer of hope, after all. I must say, that belief reminds me of that person for some reason.
Huh?
Reminds you? I don't know who you're talking about, but if someone as worthless as me reminds you of some other person,
Man.
It must be extremely unlucky. Is it me? Is it me?
Like...
Wow.
Say what?
You don't know?
Wouldn't you say coming across as much despair is a rather rare opportunity? Nagito is trying to be true hope. You definitely remind me of him. Are you talking about Makoto?
Hey.
There's one more thing I want to ask you.
See?
Who are you waiting for on this island? Is the person you're waiting for already on this island?
Hey.
That's...
Show us the bomb. The big doomsday bomb. 5 days! End. Or Gundam. Danganronpa. You have obtained a present, Hellhound earring. Aww. After being released from the funhouse, we went back to living our less than ordinary lives. Just like before our day began with us gathering here at the restaurant.
Jeez.
You know, every time we meet up here, it makes me realize just how crazy this whole situation is. The restaurant certainly feels more spacious than before. Of course it feels spacious. There are less than half of us here now than there were at the beginning.
Stupid fool!
What?
Oh my!
Hey!
Huh? What's up?
I'll beat you up!
I am concerned.
Jeez.
Huh?
All right.
It took me all night to make it.
My!
A Nekomaru doll?
I'm no doll. I'm Mini Maru.
Wow.
Huh?
I took some parts from him to make it. What do you think? Awesome quality, right? It doesn't have free will or anything. It's more like, you know, a toy. Isn't it freaking adorable?
Are you serious?
Thanks.
Well.
I'll beat you up!
Whoa! Man. Engines revving. Huh.
In the end, Gundam told us to never give up on life.
I...
So we'll never give up. I shall fight till the very end. Gundam, please watch over me.
Miss Sonia?
Oh my!
Are you kidding me? Jeez.
Huh. I really like the same size
I
Uchi.
am Mini Maru.
Man. That's right.
You serious?
Of course.
Hey.
What happened to Nagito? I haven't seen him like I usually do. You don't have to worry about that guy. He goes solo all the friggin' time.
Well.
Still a little worried about how he was acting during that last trial. He's always been a dangerous bastard, but he crossed the line, you know?
Hey!
Then that's even more reason we should avoid him.
But still,
But even if we do avoid him, what are you gonna do if he approaches us? Nagito's sudden change was really weird. I wonder, did he figure something out that we're not aware of?
Now then.
Anyway, Hajime, isn't it about time you told us what that was all about? Oh, what? You know, what Nagito said during the trial. You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be symbols of hope, aren't you? Oh, I forgot, except for Hajime, of course.
Hey, bastard!
What do you mean, except for Hajime?
Huh?
Are you really the traitor after all? No, it's not like that. Tell you guys the truth, unlike the rest of you, apparently I was never part of Hope's Peak Academy's primary department. I'm a Reserve Corps student from the Reserve Department.
Huh?
Reserve Department? It means unlike you guys, I don't have an ultimate talent at all. Apparently I'm just a normal person. What? That's it? Dude, don't ever scare me like that. It's not something I can just brush off, especially since it's about me. I thought I just forgot. I thought I got into Hope's Peak Academy because I had a talent all along. But, shit. My whole life I just wanted to feel confident about myself. I thought getting in Hope's Peak Academy meant I'd finally become someone I could be proud of. Not some fucking backup student.
right?
Cheer, Hajime, it doesn't matter if you're from the Reserve Department.
Of course!
She's right, no matter what, you are our friend. You know, there's a saying in Japan.
Listen!
Fear is grateful for the danger.
Hey!
The hell, you're saying that all wrong. Huff, huff, puff, wheeze. So everyone was here. Why is she covered in blood?
I am sorry.
Huh?
That's weird. Maybe you can't see me?
Huh? You?
What?
Hey, hey.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh boy.
Don't misunderstand.
So,
Assuming we were thinking about running away is a mistake.
I'll show you my serious
Because if we
side.
can't run, we'll fight. I'll crush everyone who put us through this crap at one blow.
Hey, hey!
Fight? Seriously, that fearsome group is called World Ender for a reason, you know?
What are you saying?
Why, did you forget what you said earlier?
Hey, hey, hey!
Dumbass, I only said that because I was trying to impress Miss Sonia.
What?
Don't brag about that.
Settle down. All right.
Damn right.
All right!
I'm starting to get pumped up.
That's...
You guys seem reliable.
Leave it to me.
Thank you, Gundam. Try not to think about it. Try to stay focused on moving forward. Chapter 5. Smile at hope in the name of despair. We're getting close. Closer to the end. With the Mono Beast gone, we cross the 5th bridge and arrive at the final island.
So this is the last island.
What the? Enormous buildings towered everywhere as if the entire island were one gigantic city. It felt very sci-fi, so the island was a very snapshot from an urban metropolis in the near future.
I guess it has an ambiance befitting of a final island.
It's quite creepy.
No.
That's a hidden Monokuma. I was wondering who's lured you here by the smell. I expected Akane though, not you. My favor is arriving. My favor's here.
Anyway,
I'll be right back. I'm back, and guess what? My order's wrong. At least it'll taste good. But I still much rather I have the damn sauce or salsa.
Hajime. See?
It's feeling clearly suspicious, right? Same number you get if we looked around
Well?
inside.
You...
I am. I am that type of person.
Well? See?
Oh, okay. I get it. Nice metaphor. Monokumas.
Yoo-hoo!
Hey, hey. But still...
It's true.
Phew! You're so stupid!
Hey!
It was me this whole time. I killed everyone.
No, no!
Hey!
Want me how to say popular?
I won't forgive you!
My little sister!
Hmm?
Hey,
Hey!
Shing!
Hooah!
In other words...
You stupid brother!
Dude, Monami's. Oh, there's another. There it is. There's a JoJo reference.
Ugh! What a hopeless way of snapping back!
Special bleeding service! Here!
Yep.
All right. What else is there? Military base? Where's Kazuichi? He's got to be here.
I knew you could do it!
This appears to be a military base. Is that so? Despite the fact that it sounds quite small, the military technology here seems to be rather extensive.
All right. Huh?
Okay. I can totally... This isn't... We're the only people on this island.
However, I am concerned. Please wait.
Thank you, Sonia. You've done something useful.
However... Well?
I thought Jabberwock Island was a tourist destination. Why would the Future Foundation be interested in it? The island was uninhabited for a long time. Now that's a development. The items at the supermarket are always stocked and the hotel is really clean. What's the incident?
Well? However... Perhaps...
Thanks, Sonia. I barely read what she said. That place is boring.
You.
Huh? I like strong dudes. Weapons don't excite me at all.
Obviously.
But for me too. You want to battle a little? If you can win, you can rest on my boob pillows. Helicopter. This is the helicopter Monokumi used to execute Teru? Oh. What else is there? Why isn't Kazuichi on the military base? This is the most obvious one for him.
Huh? Ah. What's going on?
Those look like the mono beasts.
Hey,
Yeah, it does.
maybe...
Fine. Hey! Bye-bye!
There's something wrong with you. Ah! What's going on?
Who knows? A man? It's a robot, looks like. Cyber droid.
Maybe... You serious? Ah! That was close. Hey!
Heh. Because Richi, could hold yourself.
Huh?
Why? Why? Because you're just starting laughing all of a sudden. Obviously, what I'm gonna do except laugh. I mean, it's just so childish.
Hey.
Apparently, global riots are happening all around the world. And these riots were caused by high school students. I mean, seriously? That's not realistic at all.
Yeah.
So these riots just keep growing as people grow more dissatisfied and frustrated with this society until eventually it spreads like an infectious disease all over the world.
Hey.
Unrealistic thing might happen in real life.
Of course not!
There's no way this is real. It's more impossible than a notebook that kills people just by writing in it. That's Death Note. At any rate, it's clear now, isn't it? This used to be the Sea King Industries, but it's not anymore.
I see.
After this island became uninhabited, Monokuma took over this place and modified it without permission.
That's right! This is bad.
Maybe there's a bunch of crazy witch trees who are into this stuff.
Huh? Hey! I mean... Yo.
Hey Hajime, I was looking for you. What's up, Fuyuhiko?
Well,
Mm-hmm.
damn right. Huh. Later.
Okay. Fuyuhiko's a good boy now. He's the goodest of boys. Huh. Alright, looks like everyone's here.
Huh?
What about Nagito?
Like...
I couldn't get in touch with him. I don't know where the hell he is or what he's doing.
Now then.
How'd it go? Did you learn anything about the tradition? Not really. Like, I feel like I learned stuff, but I also feel like I didn't learn anything.
However,
I believe there's no question that the Future Foundation is behind everything that's been going on.
Well.
Huh?
What are you saying? If they're not our enemy, then what are they? If they're our ally, there's no way they'd trap us on this island.
Well, yeah. Hey!
Monami works for the Future Foundation, right? She's pretty much admitted it by this point. Even though Monokuma is forcing us to kill each other, Monami is about opposing him.
Huh?
You mean pretending to oppose him, right?
That's wrong.
I don't think she's pretending. They clearly hate each other. And it's possible that the enemy of our enemy is actually an ally.
please wait.
I'm starting to get pumped up!
Hey! Whoa! Damn it. I won't be fooled!
Settle down. Listen.
Oh my.
Well? You insolent fool!
There he is.
Such despair.
Nagito, where you been this whole
Jeez.
time? I wonder where your thought process wandered off to. These usually guys just keep running around in circles. What are you, hamsters?
That is...
Now then. Well... You...
It's probably the survivor of the killing school life.
Huh?
How about it? What? You...
Not making sense.
Jeez. Right?
Huh?
That is an order!
That's right!
Well?
This is troubling. Well... Actually...
Uh-oh.
What?
Please wait!
This is exciting!
You...
Now then.
The next one will probably be the last.
Could it be?
Nagito, what does that mean?
Bye now.
Hey, hey! Are you kidding me? Damn it!
Please wait!
There is no such person. I mean, the notion that one of us has been deceiving us all along. We'll never ever believe that.
That's right!
Oh.
show you my serious side.
I'm here too.
Huh?
Is Nagito the one that's gonna die? Thanks, Monokuma.
Actually,
Words are extremely dangerous. Unlike letters, words cannot be undone with erasers or the backspace. That's why I need to be extremely careful. Same goes for me. There was a time on my past. That's where I was trying to be at Safari Park.
ahem! Hope's Peak Academy School Trip Executive Committee has an announcement to make. Good morning, everyone! Looks like today is gonna be another perfect tropical day! Now then, let's show some enthusiasm and make sure to give it our all today!
Okay. And that's where we ended. Thank you. Thank you for coming. I don't feel that good. I just want to sleep. When I'm dropping, really? I went from 3,000 to 30,000? Okay, that's cool. Great.